Whew. Well, I'll show y'all how I'm starting my day. It is cold out here. So I'm out here picking up some more slabs for the house for mom and daddy. So we're gonna get this loaded up, get back to the house, and then start working on the Mustang. And we'll get the interior tore out of at least today. And we're not gonna be able to do a whole lot. It is super cold. I can't paint, so that is out of the question. All right, here he comes with this last little bit. Let me get strapped down. All right, we just got back, got unhooked. Trailer's over at mom and dad's house next door. We're gonna get the wood cut up over there. I'm over here in my shop. So we're gonna start on the Mustang over here. We need to get the, not all the interior tore out, I don't think, you know, because the main hoop just goes behind the back, and I've already got the back seats out. And had like so there's no big deal there, and the carpet only comes up to the hump. So, and I want to keep the side panels on, kind of keep it, you know, stock looking in there, still with the interior. I want to keep all that in there the best I can, and see if we can. I mean, if I got to remove the side panels to get the main hoop in there, I will. I mean, it is what it is. I've never put one of these in. The last cage we had done, I had bought a prefab cage, and then I had somebody else put it in for me. So this one will be my very first one to do. So I think, like I said, I won't be able to get it painted because I want to paint the bar and get everything nice before I put it in. I know you can't, you know, I just have to grind away where we're going to hook up the rest of the bars to, and then all I have to do is retouch up those areas and the areas I scratched because I want the top done too. So we'll get that pulled back. Let me show y'all what I'm working with here. But like I said, we're going to test, I want to test fit pieces, at least the main hoop, and see where it's at. So I know, like I said, getting the interior, let me show you what I'm doing. I don't know how to turn it back around when I'm filming, so don't mind. Anyways, but I want to get the passenger seat out, so I know all of it goes right here, and I can leave the hang on. All right, so all of this, the carpet only goes to right here, so it's pretty much already back. Let me hang on. All right, literally the only place that we right here, see, it's already pulled back, so we don't have to do a whole lot to pull the carpet back. Then I can cut around it and keep my carpet still in here for that. Look, there's a little headlight bulb, and back there, that's just screwed into place on each side of the little Mustang. There's some Phillip head screws, and just tucks down under that panel, no big deal. But the hoops should go right here. Should be mounted to those plates should go right in here. And then it just goes across. So, nah, really don't have to do a whole lot. I don't take the passenger seat out. That way we got a little extra room. I might not even have to do that. That might be good. Me and James is going to do this, so I was just trying to get everything ready. So it's pretty much bare metal. Right there's the plates and stuff on the back. I already had all this clean from when we welded in the new battle boxes up underneath there and the frame connectors. So okay, so all that I shouldn't have to. Okay, well, cool. All right, well, cool. You know, I was thinking I'd have to do more than actually have to, and I don't have to do a whole lot. Well, cool beans. Let me get this little pieces removed. You know, I don't even think I really have to remove that seat. All of it slides forward on brackets, so it should give me plenty of room to get it in there. Let me see. Well, it's a good thing we was in here doing that. Look at that. It's like the other day, yesterday, I was running a Ethernet wire for the kids, and it was a good thing I went under there because we had a water leak. And look at that. Is this one this? Yep. It's to our suspension under there. Not good. All right, we got, like I said, this was simple. I did all of this back when we was doing all of changing out the battle boxes under there and doing all that welding. So I might just have to figure out, we have to get this main hoop in and figure out where these are going to hit, and then scrape off the rest of this sound deadening. It shouldn't be, yeah, it's going to be good to get back off, but okay. Because down on the floor, we already did that, so these are seat belt deals. It's no big deal there. Took a light off up here, which I want to put it back because it's nice to have at nighttime. So, but like I said, I want to keep it as stock as we can get it, and it looks like it's going to fit in between all of this, so it's made for that. We just got to cut it to fit the height, and then like I said, me and James is going to tackle this and go at it. So we'll get this. It's at 8 points, so we got the main hoop, the bars, 2 bars that go down to the back, the center bar, and the bracing. It's going to come down and tie into the floor, and then we have the ones that come down to the sidebar, side crash bars. So this will keep us. Hang on, let me get out from underneath here. So, but if we wreck or roll over, this will keep us safe. So that's one of the main things the wife was talking about, and you know, ultimate goal is to get faster, and we're working on that. I got that LS we're thinking about going on and just doing it and putting in here and taking this motor back out, or buy a new set of heads for this engine, and then that's really all this motor is really liking, is a nice set of aluminum heads. So the heads on it are good, but they're still heads. The stock still heads for the 400, so they've been worked. But like I said, a nice set of trick flow heads, and this it would really wake this motor up. And then, but for the same amount of money, I can build that LS and start working on a turbo for it. I can build, you know, for about $1,000, we can get about a 500 horse motor, and then put a turbo on it, and then you know, try to make 1,000 horsepower. I think that'd be realistic. And then that's what, you know, the cage is what the wife is really, you know, she didn't mind me spending money, but I had to spend some money on my safety as well. So, you know, so we'll buy what we can, get the safety part done, and I need a 5-part harness, and so yeah. All right, well, that's about all I can do today. James is going to come out tomorrow. We got to work on the tuning of the car a little bit. So it's too cold out here to work on this cage, but we'll get out here and work on the tune a little bit. Yeah, the other day when I was out, it wanted to idle rough, so we need to go through and check a lot of different things. And so, yeah, all right. Till to be continued. All right, looks a bit different. We over here at Daddy's shop too. We went ahead and moved over here. That way I didn't have to go back and forth with using the cutoff wheel or the mow saw there. A lot of not very long, just maybe a little bit. It might be a little tight if I leave it, so we'll get it all put in place and figured out. I still had some sound deadener to clean off, as you can see. I got some rust there to address. The other floor pan looks great. I don't know when the carpet got wet, because up underneath it has got sprayed down. I cleaned it all off when we was up underneath there and put some spray sound deadener under it and under the coating, so it's all nice and black under there, but up here, so I probably have to put a piece of metal in place. But the plates go against here and here in this corner, and then you weld it to here, and then I'm gonna pick this pan up and then weld it all down to the pan, and then I'll go up underneath there and put me a piece of metal to tie it in. That's another thing I was thinking of. Or if I can just, or get the cut through frame connectors, just redo everything. The unibody frames, they cut through the bottom and slide down into the channel, so it'll do away with the ones I got under the car, which I can leave both of them, it doesn't matter. But that's another way to get by this, because those come in right through here. You set the bar on it here, and then it's got an angle piece that comes and attaches it to here. So you might have to spend a little bit more money on that, but or I don't know, we'll just see once I get it in there. But I got all this scraped back. I got to get the side scraped back there and get this cleaned up. So it's about break here. I've been out here for, this has been taking me a hot minute. So, but like I said, then the other ones come back to here. I'm gonna have to clean up these spots that hit here. So the day's really just cleaning up the car, getting everything set in place, and just seeing where everything's gonna hit, and then we'll start assembling the cage on another one. All right, let me get take a break, and I get a cup of coffee. It's cold out here. We'll get back and clean these up. Let me put in that. All right, several hours later, this is where we got to. I got all of this scraped back. This is where my plates are going to go. I got all of that. I didn't want to tear my interior apart like this, but there wasn't no way around it. kind of had thought in my head for some reason and just pull the carpet back with the seats in there and be able to do this, but nada. And then these panels here, there's no way to get to this weld, get to weld this area right here with the panels on. I just have to weld these plates down and then put the panels back on before we put the bars in, because I want my side panels in. And I got all of this up here, Dad. What is that? Oh, that's just the box the lifters were in? Oh, okay. But we got these plates here. There's my hot wire. These will be welded here. I'm going to figure out it's something to brace this right here. I don't like how that is. And then I had this piece of metal right here for this spot where it's starting to rust. You can see daylight through it right there. So I had this over there left over from something else we were doing. So while we're in here welding, I'll put this in place and weld this down just like that. And then I'll come up underneath it and put some frame sealer inside the hose so nothing to get to it, and then seal it off. I'm going to clean it and rust treat this spot before I do it. But I didn't want to clean nothing because I'm not going to weld today. It's getting kind of late here, and I still got to run and get some lunch stuff for the week. So, but anyways, this gets the car cleaned out. That was my main goal for today, was to get all the spots, because bracing is going to go here. This down bar comes, side bar come in and tie into here. The other one ties there, so we got that clean. These go right here. We're going to keep it tight against this and weld the bar up to that. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll have to trim maybe an inch off of the main hoop. And, you know, even in the instructions it says you're going to have to, you know, cut it to fit. It's all a little long, so we went and got a bit last night. And a saw blade. I went and got one for, that was 50 something bucks. It was like $54, $55 for that blade. But anyways, well, we needed to cut that. I might have to get a notch. I have some more pipe, some more tubing, cage material already off another project we did a long time ago. I cut it out of my Silverado so I can use some of it. My Silverado's wider than this, so I'd like to bar here and the main hoop on the top. I might can use it here. So, but I had to go get one of those little Harbor Freight tubing notches. Not a big deal. They're not that expensive. So if we're going to be doing this, we need one on our own anyways. But anyways, that's getting long. This is where I'm going to stop it right here. Like I said, I got everything clean. I'm not going to grind all the way where we're going to weld it. I want, you know, get James over here. We're going to set and go over it. Me and Dad's put the hoop in there a couple times. And, yeah. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoy. I know it's, you know, running around a little, getting some wood and really not doing nothing, just boring video. But I do appreciate all the new subscribers. And thank you all a lot for watching. I hope y'all enjoy.